Kia ora koutou. Welcome to the final edition of the Hot Air Sports Podcast for
Is it?
2025.
Oh, just this
It
year.
is, mate. It's Christmas next
I
week.
thought
How
this was
good.
the final. I was going, are you not telling
A
me
big,
something, mate?
a
What's
big
going on?
welcome to me good mate, Aaron. How are you, Mahona?
I'm good, brother. How are you? Merry
Yeah, good.
Christmas.
You've had a tough week, but things are on
Yeah.
the improve again, and we won't go there. But
Nah.
good to see your smiling face again.
Thank you, brother. Thank you to you, and Merry Christmas to you and all our regular watchers and listeners. Kerry Jones, Chris Mitchell, all those people out there
Yeah,
in the internet
Muffler
land.
McAuliffe.
Yeah, Clint Barclay, of course.
Yeah,
Martin Reed. A lot
yeah.
of
Well,
the
Clint Barclay's been laid up with a bloody crook leg, so
he
he's had
has.
nothing else to do, and
I took him to the
I
pub.
wish he'd hurry up and go back to work because I'm sick of the WhatsApp messages.
I reckon he's permanently on the IG, isn't he? He's like just trolling the IG for certain content. Yeah, get back to work, Clint. Get back to work
Mm.
soon. So
And of course,
yes,
yes, as you mentioned, our good mate in Houston, big fan of the cheating Houston Astros, Martin Reed. Merry
ah,
Christmas to the Reed family.
absolutely, and
Right,
everyone else.
what a year it's been in sport. But before we go there, just quickly, the two cricket tests going on at the moment. The
Yeah,
Black
yeah.
Caps recorded their second highest ever opening
Mm,
partnership
mm,
yesterday,
mm.
with Tom Latham and Devon Conway putting on 324,
A lot of
something like that.
runs.
Yeah, a shitload of runs.
Yeah,
60, 64 runs behind Glenn Turner and Terry Jarvis, who put on
yeah,
380 in the West Indies. Funnily enough, against the West Indies,
yeah.
but in the West Indies back in
Mm.
1972.
So when
So
Turner got the two 250s, didn't he?
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
Yeah. What do you make of it? What do you make of the first day of the Kiwi test, first of all, of the
Well,
Black
it's
Caps test?
bloody good toss to win.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a road.
Yeah,
It's a question of whether we're going to be able to get 20 wickets, I think. And then we
that's
send in,
the
and then we, to make it worse for them, then we send in a night watchman. I just thought
yeah.
that was a bit of a kick in the balls, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, but if you're Kane Williamson
I
or Rachin
suppose.
Ravindra, do you really want to go in at
I don't
half
know.
past six?
I don't know. 330 odd for one. I
Yeah,
don't
well,
know. If you
true.
can't bat then, I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Yeah, I thought they batted really well. It was good to see Devon Conway get a few runs. He's been out of
Yeah.
the runs for a while, especially in the Test cricket. So good to see him get a few runs. But yeah, it's a road. So let's just see if the wicket degenerates a little bit. I mean, I just hope it does. I hope we haven't prepared because this is the thing in New Zealand. We prepare great wickets, and then for the first 2 or 3 days, they're great wickets, and then nothing really happens. It might slow a little bit, but it doesn't
Yeah.
turn, doesn't break up. I just hope that something happens and we get sort of a little bit of excitement near the end, rather than us score 1,000 and then bat it out for 2 days or 3 days.
But shock horror, Aaron.
Mm.
New Zealand have selected specialist spinner
Wow, what's
for a
going
home
on?
test.
What's going on? Why are we doing that? Haven't we got enough part-time spinners that can do the job? Come
Well,
on,
exactly,
hey,
exactly. I mean, yeah.
Glenn
AJ's
Phillips,
Patel,
Rashid Ravindra,
the often forgotten spinner who only, what, 2 years ago got 10 wickets in a
10
match,
wickets in a
in an
test.
innings,
Yep.
I should
In an
say.
innings, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the unlucky man of New Zealand Test cricket, if you ask me. He should be in the
He
side
sure
just
is.
about every single time, unless it's a green wicket.
I think it's only about his third test in New Zealand, and he's played about 25.
Why doesn't he get picked? Is it because they think he's no good with the bat? Or
No idea. Absolutely no idea.
yeah,
But yeah, there's
I feel
more.
for the guy.
Yes. And in Australia, the
Yep.
Australians, 371 all out, and the Poms, yeah, less said about that, the
Well,
better, I think.
what did you think of the carry thing? The snick behind and the
Oh, I hear, I see
hey,
all the players are asking for the Ultra Edge to be brought in rather than Snicko. I notice we use Ultra Edge here,
I
but
thought
they
they were
still
the
use
same
the
thing.
Snicko.
But
No, it's a different company.
okay. Well, one works
Mm.
and the other one doesn't. I mean, if I was the
Yeah,
Poms, I would be pissed because I mean he was on about 60 odd when that happened. He ended up
yeah,
getting 100. Um, and he said he hit it. That's the
yeah,
thing. He said it. Oh, I'm out. He hit it, and then they were like, "Oh no, he was done." he was just double bluffing them. I'm like, what the hell? Yeah, I thought it was going to be a nice even test up to that stage, and then they just couldn't
Yeah,
get him out. He got another 50, 60 runs, and they've just got a few too many runs, I think. But it's quite interesting seeing Ben Stokes not playing baseball,
yeah,
actually playing normal Test cricket and
playing proper cricket.
getting some results from it. I just think the baseball thing, man. After the first two tests, I mean, look, I'm all for playing positive cricket, but you have to say, especially
Coming
your
to
top
place.
order. It's not against the rules to leave the odd ball,
Yeah,
or it's just there it is outside the off stump. We're going to have a go. It's like my God, yeah, it's just play some sensible Test cricket. I think you'll do a lot better, and I think Stokes is sort of showing that.
yeah. So yeah, England at the moment, 213 for eight.
Mm.
Jofra Archer didn't know he could bat.
No, no, he can
He's on
bat.
what's he on? 20 odd.
He can bowl too,
No,
mate.
he's
He can bowl.
30.
He's not a bad bowler either. I
Yeah,
don't think
not a bad bowler.
I don't think I've seen anyone run in with less intent. It looks like he's just but like Michael Holding, isn't he? Just sort of just sort of taps it, so just
Just
sort of
glides up to the wicket.
he
Yeah.
does, and then just lets it go in 150. Yeah, I thought he bowled pretty well.
So yeah, England resumed this morning or after
How many
lunchtime,
runs behind are they?
213 for eight,
Yeah.
158 behind.
Okay,
Think
so if they can
before it.
get it to sort of 80 behind,
Yeah,
they're in the game. If they can't, if it's over 100, I think they're probably gone. Is
yeah.
my
Ben
call.
Stokes, 45 off 151 balls.
Exactly, a normal test innings.
Strike rate of 29.8.
It's fine, mate. He's still there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So
Exactly.
I would, I think the Poms haven't done themselves any favors, really. The
No.
type of cricket they've played, they've sort of been a bit suicidal. The one other thing we have to talk about before we get on to the wrap of the year and 2024, 25, and going into 26, is obviously our beloved Liverpool. Um,
Yeah.
the Mo Salah incident. I mean, obviously, you and I were sort of saying slot out, and then Mo Salah came out with his comments and sort of said, "Oh, someone at the club wants to get rid of me, and I haven't played for the last three games." And um, I've always been Team Salah. I don't think he did himself any favors as far as wanting a new manager, though.
No.
I think after he said those comments, I mean, the club couldn't sack Slot after that, could they? Because I mean, they have to be seen to be backing their guy. Do you
No,
think
and I
Mo
don't know about
Salah's
you,
played
but
his last game?
I have seen some signs that things are starting
Oh,
to come right.
definitely.
I mean,
Yep.
Florian Wirtz has created the most chances in the Premier League
Yep.
without actually having an assist or goal himself
Mm.
because they have that chances created
Yeah.
stat as well,
Metric.
which
Yeah.
yeah. So I mean, and he looks more attuned
Yeah, he
to the
does.
Premier League than he did 4 or 5 weeks ago.
He doesn't seem to get knocked off the ball as easily. He seems to be
No.
getting a little bit stronger, definitely becoming more adjusted to the league. It's going to take a
Yep.
little while with him. I've got no problems. He's going to be a great player for us. I
And
really think that.
and Hugo
Mate,
Ekitike.
he's a great player, isn't he? He's
Yeah.
really shined. But also, I don't think it's coincidental that Cody Gakpo's been out of the side. I mean, sorry for all you Cody Gakpo fans, but just shows you what we can do with a little bit of flair on the left-hand side. The
Yep.
player isn't doing the same bloody thing every time, cutting back in. I mean, Cody Gakpo's got some great statistics as far as
Oh yeah.
goals and assists goes, but I just don't think he's doing our team any favors. I really don't.
And he is a good player, but he's
He
just
is.
so predictable.
You know exactly what he's going to do, don't you?
Yeah.
So I just
Um.
think, and I don't think
mm,
that he should be out of our team permanently. Don't come at
no.
me, okay?
Oh
I
look,
think he's a
good.
good enough player to be a rotational part of our squad, but I
Absolutely.
don't think he should be playing every week. There's no way he should be
Yeah.
playing every single week. So,
I think another part of it too is I definitely seen an improvement in Alexis McAllister over the
yeah,
last few weeks. We're starting to see the McAllister from the last two seasons.
mm,
You know, he's doing a lot more of the dirty defensive work that Gravenberch
yep,
doesn't do.
yep,
I mean, we've talked about this again. It sounds like we're harping on about Ryan Gravenberch, but he's a very, very good player. Don't
he
get me wrong.
is.
I think he's a
Yeah,
fantastic player,
yep,
but he's not
playing out
a
of position.
defensive midfielder.
Exactly, exactly.
Um, he doesn't, and this sounds strange, he doesn't get booked enough.
No, he's not aggressive enough.
He's not aggressive enough. You look at
No.
all the good defensive midfielders in the Premier League,
Yep,
and they're all always on three or four bookings, and
exactly.
they're always on the verge of a suspension.
Yeah, go and kick
Um,
someone, Ryan. That's
yeah,
just,
but that's what McAllister started doing now,
he did. He
which
did.
he wasn't doing early in the
I
season.
I still think McAllister's suffering from, he's recovering from a hernia. I mean, a sports
Oh yeah,
hernia. That takes a
mm,
while. I also think Curtis Jones in the last couple of matches
mm,
has been excellent. I just think
yep,
he's maturing as a player. He's 25, 26 now. He should be sort of coming into it. And I
mm,
just think he looks so comfortable on the ball. And in the last game, he played a bit deeper. He played in that deeper role.
yeah,
And I think he can play. But once again, he's not a defensive midfielder. Great
yeah,
player, once again, but he shouldn't really be playing. It's just because we don't really have anyone. We don't have
yeah,
anyone that can play that role. Just get a
mm,
defensive midfielder and a couple of defenders, and I'll be happy. But
yeah,
yeah, I think
and
our midfield is slowly coming to terms with what their roles are. I think they're evolving as a team in the midfield, and I think that is slowly, as you say, bringing more fluidity to the rest of the team for sure.
yeah, and also Kanate seems to be making
Yeah,
less bad mistakes
but still,
than he
he can
usually
go
does,
eight.
but he's still, yeah,
It's just what was he doing sliding in for that tackle at like the
oh,
80th minute? You're like, dude, we're 2-0 up.
yeah,
He's just prone to it, isn't he? And
yeah,
the thing is, once he makes a mistake, his head sort of seems to go and he seems to make another mistake. It's like
yeah,
he can't seem to put it in the back. I just hope that it was all the Real Madrid contract stuff, and I hope it was all in his head. And now that that's obviously not going to happen, I
yeah.
just hope he puts his head down and signs a new contract and just gets back to what he was good at the last couple of seasons, just being that
Now, a wee
beast of a
question
defender.
here. I'm pretty sure you've probably picked it up
Yeah,
as
yeah.
I have. Who has taken advantage of Cody Gakpo not playing?
Well, Wirtz for a start.
Well, but I'm talking further back in the field. Who
Oh, you
seems to be playing a bit better now that
well, Kirk
Gakpo's
is.
not there?
Kirk is.
Correct.
Yeah, of course. Because he can get the odd overlap. Because
Yeah,
he knows the guy's going to he might get the ball pass back to him. Exactly. He's been playing a bit better, hasn't he?
yeah. We're
Um,
seeing more of the Kirkies that we
we
saw
are
at Bournemouth
the
last year.
Bournemouth up and down, up and down, up and down. Make those runs, and also I don't think
Mm,
Robertson's been that bad this year. I don't know. I
no.
think he's been a bit better. I mean, the last couple of years I've thought he's completely washed, but
Mm.
no, this year I think he's playing okay.
I'm hoping the club give Robertson another contract because he can be. We've since Milner's gone
Mm,
and Henderson to a
yeah,
larger extent. We've not had that. I mean, Virgil van Dijk's obviously the senior player, but we haven't
yeah,
had that senior type player that continues to work with the younger players. He still
yeah,
plays his 20, 25 games a year.
mm,
Because I think he's got a lot to offer in that respect. I think
definitely.
Andy Robertson will be a fantastic manager
Yeah,
when he
I can
retires
see
from the
that.
game.
Yeah, yep.
Um, and because he's a funny prick.
And because he's a Scot, and all Scots are
Yeah,
great managers. Um,
exactly.
no, I agree. He'd be a great mentor. I mean, he's the sort of guy you want to keep around. Him and Verge. I mean, obviously Mo's probably going to go at the end of the season, or maybe even in January. Who knows? But yeah, I agree. I can't think of any better guy to basically look up to as a pro, as a
Mm.
player that's been a great for the club. I mean, he'd probably be in our best 11 as a left back. I mean, there's a couple of options. I mean, all-time Liverpool 11s, he'd be up there. So,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
and just his experiences, man, I
Mm.
definitely agree. I definitely agree. Him and Kirky they can share they can rotate around. Kirky plays most of the games. Robertson plays
Yep.
in the cups, but for the odd European game, I think that's a no-brainer for me. He's definitely improved. His yeah, I just think he looks more energetic this year. Whether he had problems with injuries in the last couple of years as well, he was
Well,
making.
the year we won the league, he had no preseason,
Yeah,
and it took him half a season which
yeah,
is what we see with Isaac. You know, having having no preseason is a massive thing for those
absolutely,
players.
absolutely.
Um, and yeah, because it takes that, even though it's only 3, 4 weeks long, just that conditioning
Oh,
and that sort of
absolutely.
thing.
And I
It's
heard someone on a podcast that I was listening to the other day talking about the effect of having a preseason by yourself as opposed to,
mm,
because that's what they did. When you came in, they sort of said, okay, we'll put him on. as opposed to doing a preseason with the rest of the team, there's a major,
Yeah,
major difference because obviously when you're training by yourself, you go, okay, here's my target for a 400-meter run, and here's my target. You know, so you're just constantly sort of challenging yourself. When there's other people, you're sort of going, okay, there's the guy I want to keep up with. Oh, he's going a bit faster. I'm going to go a bit faster.
yeah,
I'm going to, so it's just constant one-upmanship almost with the other players. And I just think I think, look, I really don't have a problem. I think Isaac will be fine. I just
yeah,
think, you know, we're probably just going to have to wait till next year to see the best of him,
yep,
And
more than
so just
likely.
give him some games and he'll be fine. And the same with Verts. I don't have any problem. It's just the price
Mm.
tag. Everyone's like, oh, I spent so much money. Well, they'll get it. They're quality players. Now, has Mo played his last game for Liverpool though, Macca?
Well, that's the big question. I don't think so. I
Hmm.
think he'll just playing that hour against Brighton the other day. I think
Yeah.
just that has sort of thought, and Van Dijk's obviously spoken to him behind the scenes and the likes, and I think it seems that him and Slot have kissed and made up.
Yeah.
But you just don't know.
You
Um,
don't know.
no, you don't. But yeah, no, I think he'll be around till the end of the season.
I think so, unless we get a massive offer. I mean, that's the
Yeah,
thing. If the Saudis just come in and say 100 million, we'd probably sell him. I mean,
mm,
we just would. I mean, the money would be worth more to us.
yeah,
But it would be kind of sad if it ended that way, wouldn't it? I
it would.
mean, and it was kind of, everyone was going, oh, Mo Salah's on the bench for this game. Oh, this could be his last game. And I thought, is he going to get on? Is he going to get on the last? And then bloody Joe Gomez goes down again. I mean,
Yeah,
that guy just cannot get a break, can he? He's made of
yeah,
balsa. He was playing well. Once again, he's always playing well and just can't seem to stay on the track. So,
yeah.
man, we need some defensive reinforcements, don't we?
Yes, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can get Mark Gahey in January. That
Yep.
would be
Yep.
that
That
would
would
be good.
help anyway. Yep.
Anyway, time to tuck in to our Christmas dinner, which is having a look back at the sporting year of 2025 and also some of our high hopes for 2026. And we'll also have a look at some of the more well-known people in the sporting world that have passed away
Have
over the
passed.
year.
Yeah. Yeah. The
So
sporting.
let's start with our five highlights. I'm going to kick this one off. My number
Yep.
one, I think it's probably your number one too, Aaron,
Yep.
and that is, of course, Liverpool winning the Premier League for the second time in 5 years.
Absolutely. It's so
Abs-
easy to forget, isn't it? Because we're in a different season now.
Yeah,
But it happened this year. It's only the second time in the last, few years that we've won the Premier League. It was a massive thing. I mean, when Slot came in, I don't think either of us thought that he was going to win the Premier League, and he just so overachieved. It was an
yeah,
amazing, amazing season for us. I think we slowed down a bit at the end of the season, the last sort of 2 or 3 months, and then we
yeah,
lost a few games when it didn't really matter. But then coming into this season, it turned out it did really matter
yeah,
because we were sort of very slow. Well, even though we started again well,
yeah,
well, we got results, but we weren't playing well. And yeah, but you just have to give it to Slot, don't you? I mean, as much as we were sort of saying, oh, his time could be up, he doesn't seem to have the answers with this current side. My God, he'll
mm.
always be remembered, regardless of whatever happens
Oh,
in
absolutely.
his job in this club. That he'll always be remembered as that guy that brought us that other Premier League, won't he? I mean,
Yeah,
Klopp
quite
and
right.
Slot. Mm.
Quite right. Now, my number two.
Yep.
Um, Now, 2024 was not a good year for my beloved Crusaders. They they finished outside the playoffs, but 2025 was a completely different story, and they reigned supreme again in the Super Rugby for the 13th time. So the Crusaders winning their 13th Super Rugby title is my number two.
All right, I've got nothing to say about that.
Didn't think you
What do
would.
you what do you want me to say? I mean, it's sort of like Manchester United win the Premier League again. Come on. It's like yeah, 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 yeah. Okay. Well done.
That's all right. You can go on to your number two.
Okay. I had just one name. Well, it's two names. It's first name and a surname. But I could probably just say his first name and you'll know exactly who I'm talking about. It was definitely a highlight for me in 2025. Lecker, the Wrecker,
Lick of the wrecker.
Kalasima. He was just awesome. He was just, but no other reason other than he was just perhaps the most athletic young man I've seen play for the Warriors since Ali Lauatiti. He's just got ball skills coming out the wazoo. He's just fast. He's dynamic. He's just such a great player. My new favorite Warriors player. What did he score? He scored 13 tries. He was our top try scorer as well. 13 tries
Oh,
in
was he?
29 games. Yeah, yeah, top try scorer. Amazing. And I'm just so looking forward to watching this guy grow and play. And I just hope we can keep him at the club. He's an absolute superstar, young man with the world at his feet. And I
Yep.
so enjoyed him. A couple of great tries that he scored. The one against the West Tigers where he ran down the field and then cut inside and scored under the post. And of course, the one against the Newcastle Knights and the after the hooter where the kick was charged down. He scooped it up from about the halfway line and beat about five guys and
Oh,
scored
yes,
it.
I remember
Oh,
that
that
one.
was just a great try. I mean, no one else could have scored it. So Leka Halasima, mate, you're on my highlights list for 2025. What a player.
Lovely.
Yep.
Number three for me is the New Zealand athletes Hamish Kerr and Geordie Beamish winning gold
Ooh,
medals at the World Track and Field Championships in Tokyo during
yeah,
September.
that's awesome.
Especially Geordie Beamish just came from absolutely nowhere. I mean,
Mm.
I had heard of the guy, who was supposedly the next John Walker, and we've been waiting for the next John Walker for 40 years.
We have. Yeah.
Um,
There'll never be another John Walker, mate.
but then,
There's just
he fell over in the
Oh
semi-final of a heats.
yeah, and there was that photo of him with the shoe right
Yeah,
on his face. You're like,
yeah.
and then he gets
And
up and still makes the semis.
but he recovered from that to make the final,
He
and then
did.
just absolutely smashed everybody. And it was so good. I haven't felt that way for a New Zealand athlete
No.
probably since the days of John Walker.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, in between we've had Nick Willis, who's picked up the odd bronze medal and silver medal here, but never quite, got to the top of the podium in the Olympics or World
Yeah.
Championships. But Geordie Beamish,
Although, although,
congratulations.
although I do feel sorry for Nick Willis because he probably should have won an Olympic silver medal at least because all those guys were drug
Yes,
cheats
yeah,
back in London.
exactly.
So, but yeah, I know exactly what you mean, mate. I mean, we've had a bit of success in field events, haven't we? You know, the high
Yep,
jumper and
Hamish Kerr,
Kerr,
yep,
Hamish Kerr. We've had the obviously Dame Val Adams. I mean, winning a couple of Olympic gold medals.
yep,
But the running events, say the gold medal,
yeah,
the blue ribbon events like the 1500 meters or the steeplechase or even the 5000 meters, having a black singlet, it's
yeah,
just takes you back, doesn't it, mate? Takes you back,
it
people
does.
of our vintage, when we used to see those black singlets first, second, third, sometimes, man.
Yep,
So,
exactly.
nah, that was amazing. That wasn't amazing. I've forgotten about it, which I don't know how I forgot about it, but no, so that's a good
Yep,
one.
and just a day or so ago, Hamish Kerr was awarded the Lonsdale Cup, which is
Oh,
the
okay.
cup awarded to the top sports person
Athlete.
from Olympic sports.
Mm.
Yeah,
Oh, easy.
that's been won by the likes of Eric Murray and
Hamish Bond.
Hamish Bond and
Yep.
the Eva Swindell sisters and the Sarah Holmer, great Olympic names going back
Yeah.
many years, including the likes of John Walker and Dick Quacks and all those. So yeah, Hamish Kerr and Geordie Beamish,
That's awesome.
two names that were part of my highlights.
Athletics. Beautiful. Bring some athletics into the show, mate. Fantastic. Well, I'm going to take it a bit right field for another one of mine. Another sport we don't really talk a lot about, but I know we have some fans of the sport in our listenership. I'm going to take it to golf. Ryder
Golf.
Cup. The Ryder Cup this year. I thought that was one of the best team sporting events of the whole year. It
Yep.
was just fantastic. And I think the reason I liked it, or half the reason I liked it so much, was firstly because it was in America. And so you had those American fans just acting so appallingly. I mean, it was
Yeah,
just
exactly.
ridiculous. I mean, they're booing and hissing and yelling shit about to Rory about his wife and just all sorts of absolutely ridiculous stuff. And then the fact that Europe won, so they could just rub their
Yeah.
face in it and say la 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 la. We won the Ryder Cup, and some of the golf was just phenomenal, man. I mean, the pressure those guys were under on that last day, um, it was just great. And the thing I love about watching golf is because you just get all sorts of body shapes and sizes, don't you? Those Irish guys and those English guys, just some of them are very portly, and they
Yes.
don't look like athletes. But
No.
my God, just so much beautiful touch around the greens, and it was a fantastic sporting watch, really. The Ryder Cup,
Yep.
I just loved it. So for me, Europe winning the Ryder Cup 2025, that was a definite highlight.
Fantastic. Staying in Europe, well, sort of.
Yeah,
And I'm going to talk a bit funny now.
go on.
Scotland, the mighty
Scotland,
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 qualifying for the World Cup.
purple
Going to win a
burglar alarm.
catch-all game against Denmark at Hampton Park. Three worldly goals and a tap inside the Scots through after the Danes had levelled at 2-2 with just 10 minutes remaining. I'll
Oh,
tell you what, the wee Greyfriars Motel in Greytown was a hell of a noise going on at about 10 o'clock in the morning of that game. Oh, I
oh,
was hooting and hollering after that game. What
you,
a last 10 minutes
oh,
of football, 15
you,
minutes of football.
you would never guess your surname was McDonald. You'd never guess. Yeah, man. I mean, I think the Scottish scored three of the best goals they've ever scored. I think you could probably line up the five best goals that Scotland have scored all time, and those three would be in it. McTominay
Yep.
with the overhead kick, and that
And I
last
could
one,
name the other two
shoot,
as well.
shoot, shoot from halfway, and he shoots and it goes in. Nah, mate, that was absolutely spectacular, was it? And what a game of football that was.
Yeah. And I
Hey,
could give you the other two of that top five too.
go on.
Archie Gemmill against Holland in the
Yep,
1978 World Cup finals,
yep.
and Kenny Dalglish when he put the ball through Ray Clemence's legs
You do
for
remember?
Scotland to win the Home Nations Championship in,
There
I
you
think it
go.
was 77,
A long time ago, those other two.
long, long time
So
ago.
yeah, a long time between drinks for the Scots, but I'm just stoked that they're going to the World Cup, mate. Absolutely
Yep.
stoked for them. And now they're all mortgaging their houses to afford it, aren't aren't they?
Yes, quite right.
Okay, I'm going to take it to one of your sports, mate, because I watched it and I enjoyed it perhaps more than just about anything else this year. It was the baseball, the
Yep.
World Series, not just the World Series, maybe the whole playoffs, all of them. They were just phenomenal. There was games that went to Game 7. There was other ones that went 19 innings. There was just about every single thing you've seen on a baseball field happen, and other things that you've never seen before happen. It was just sport at its zenith, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Is that? I mean, you're the baseball expert. Is that the best playoff series you've ever seen? I mean,
I think it would probably be right up there.
it's
I
just
think, and even
exciting.
the World Series, going to
Oh, that World Series.
that was crazy. That
I
last
know.
Toronto had it with two
I know.
outs
I
or
know.
one out in the ninth,
And
and Rojas, the most unlikely of home run hitters,
yep,
in
yep,
a team full of home run hitters like Otani, Freeman, Betts, Pages,
yep.
Muncy,
Everyone
all
other
of
than
them.
him. Yeah,
Yeah, Hernandez and Miguel Rojas, the wee shortstop, gets up there and smacks one out of the park to level the scores. And
incredible,
of
eh?
course, as we all know, the Dodgers won it in extras.
Yeah,
But yeah, that was the whole playoff series is probably one of the best that I can remember. The actual World Series is second only to the Cubs Indians series in 2016,
yeah.
when that just went backwards and forwards the whole series, and it was you absolutely you never knew what was going to happen next,
No,
and the way that game finished was just incredible. And
yeah,
but yeah, that Blue Jays Dodgers series is a very close second.
yeah.
There
And
was some
and
fantastic baseball, and your Seattle
and the
Mariners
Mariners. I was just
got
going to say
so close
again,
again. Had
so
it in
close.
the eighth, ninth inning.
Yeah, yeah. That was the thing. I've never seen so many baseball games in the whole series go down to the final sort of inning. Usually, when it comes down to that, it's just going to be three outs, or you just sort of think, oh, I know that this team's winning. But in
Mm,
those all the way through the playoffs, I had no idea. It was just the toss of a coin. And then, like
yep.
you say, a little shortstop that you never that's never hit a home run hardly can come out of the woodwork and surprise us all. Scripts that you can't write. It was
Yeah,
sporting drama that if you wrote it as a screenplay, they would just throw it back in your face and say this is so unrealistic. So
yep.
that's what we want with our sport, right? Tell a story and be exciting and go down to the final thing and make unlikely heroes, and it had it all. So there you go.
Exactly.
The
Yep.
MLB
Well done. Good
playoffs.
choice.
Yep.
The last my fifth highlight. I'm staying very close to home, and when I mean close to home, Greytown, close to home. Greytown Football Club men's first team finishing runner-up in Capital One, gaining promotion to Capital Premier Division next year, just one step
Nice.
away from Central League. That makes it four promotions in the last 4 years
Wow,
for
you're
the
doing a
mighty
Wrexham.
Greyfriars Motel Greytown Football Club. Um, Sadly, our the Greyfriars sponsorship ends on New Year's Eve. So, but I'll still be down there at Soldiers Memorial Park,
Of course you
cheering
will.
on the boys and doing what I can to help them move up to the next step.
Absolutely magnificent. What a magnificent effort. I wish them nothing but good luck and yeah, man. Though you've got a great club down there. I mean, you're just such salt of the earth people. All of those guys that play for your team, man. Great people, great guys,
Yep,
and they play some great football too, don't they?
they certainly
They don't
can put
they
it
don't
on
hold
the day.
back. They don't hold
No.
back. Hey. I'm going to keep it football and keep it local. Auckland FC. They
Yeah.
have to be a highlight for me. Of course, winning the minor premiership last year in their first season, doing it all really, except making that grand final. I mean, they were unlucky. But look, their first season, what an effort. Steve Corica, he built a great side. I think he's built a really good side. You can say whatever you want about the budget compared to the Phoenix and all that sort of thing, but they just didn't give a damn about that. They just went out and built their own legacy straight away. The crowd
Absolutely.
experience at Mount Smart is just magnificent. They do it
Mm.
better than anyone else. As a matter of fact, I think they are now officially the second most popular Auckland sports team. They're behind the Warriors just with their crowd figures, but they're ahead of now the Blues and everyone else. So
Yep.
their crowd figures were magnificent. Uh, they definitely got the engagement of the people in Auckland anyway, and that was half the problem with the previous incantations of the football teams we've had up here, the Knights and the Kings. They never really captured the imagination of the public,
No,
did
they
they?
didn't, did they?
No,
I don't know whether it was because, well, I mean, North Harbour Stadium, you would have thought that was sort of football heartland,
you would.
because it's football strong over on the North Shore,
Yeah,
and there's a strong English contingent living over that way. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe back in those days, there wasn't the built-up areas around the stadium that there is now. I mean, you look at how far Albany's stretched out to what it was even 10 years ago,
mm.
and we're talking 20 years ago now for the
Yeah, yeah, that's
for the
true.
Knights and the Kings.
Yep, and
Uh,
and winning goes a big
oh,
way, a long
100%.
way, a long way to capturing that as well, don't they?
Yep,
Because the Kings and the Knights, really, let's be honest, they didn't win
yep.
much.
No, they didn't
Um,
win much.
and
And
Auckland FC, they won a few games, and then they got the crowds in, and
yep,
yeah, just
the Phoenix is prime example of that. In a
yep,
season they're winning,
yep,
they're getting 8, 9, 10, 11,000 people along to their games.
yep,
This year, they've had crowds of 3, 4,000
which
if
is
they're lucky.
which is so
And
bad.
they're suggesting that this weekend's game may start with a two.
Ooh,
Mm.
and it's not five figures.
You know,
Yeah, we might have to talk about the Phoenix a little bit more shortly.
we
When we
may
get
do.
into
I've got a
our
couple of one honourable mention,
go on.
and that is the mighty All Whites qualifying for their third World Cup finals.
Yep.
Even though it was a relatively easy process through Oceania with no intercontinental playoff, but still they're at the World Cup finals and they'll be there playing in Los Angeles and Vancouver.
Hmm.
Um, and I think we'll talk a bit more about that in my hopes for 2026.
Yeah, I like where we're playing. I think LA and Vancouver are good venues for
Mm,
the All Whites. At least we're not playing in Dallas or Miami or somewhere like that.
Yeah,
I think the Scots are going to play Brazil in Miami, which phew,
yeah,
good luck, good luck in 35 degrees. So yeah, absolutely, mate. It's only the third time we've made it through. Let's just hope we can win a game. I don't give a shit about who. Just win a game,
yep,
and fingers crossed. Let's just see if we can get through that second round. I mean, that would be
yep,
amazing, wouldn't it? You know?
yep. Another wee honourable mention, I think, can't go amiss, given it's the Winter Olympics in February,
Mm.
is the emergence of people like Alice Robinson, who is absolutely caning it on the downhill skiing at the moment, has won a couple of World Cup events.
Mm.
Um, and also the new faces coming through, twin brothers. The name escapes me now, but are going to be competing in the snowboard events. And of course, Zoe Sadowski-Synnott,
Oh, of
who will
course.
be at those Winter Olympics. So yeah, go the sports, snow sports.
Yeah, we're a bit of a renaissance in those sports, eh? A lot of young kids coming through. It's a real popular with the kids, though, eh? In those
Yeah.
sports, they just love the snowboarding and the skiing and all that sort of thing. So no, it's great to see the New Zealanders, especially young New Zealanders, eh, achieving at such a great level. So
Yep.
no, that's a good one. Anything
Have you
else for
got a new?
2025?
Sorry?
Anything else for 2025? Any more?
No, that's pretty much my highlights.
Yep. So should we head to the
Time
lowlights?
to time to be a bit like Mark Richardson and talk negative,
Thinking negatively. Yeah,
thinking negatively.
definitely. Okay, you want me to start or you want to start?
Yeah, you go, you go.
Okay, my number one low light for the year in sports is Trump awarding himself a FIFA Peace Prize. I know it's not sports, but it was sports. Here you go, Mr. Trump. You can take this medal anywhere. You can take it wherever you want. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, I love this. Oh, you know, I
Like
mean, FIFA
this is the
at the
greatest ever prize that I've
so
ever
good,
that
so good.
anybody ever in the world, in the history of the world, has ever won.
I'm so much better at peace than anyone else ever has been. Number one peace president. Honestly,
Yep. Less is better than
big
better.
big bloody baby. It's just crazy that I mean, FIFA, look, they're one of those organizations. They're as corrupt as they come. It takes one to know one, and obviously they absolutely love him. They love Putin as well. They
Yeah.
cuddled up to him a few years ago when they had the World Cup in Russia. Now they're cuddling up to Trump, who's a absolute, yeah. Anyway, you know my thoughts about him.
Well,
Um,
some say that FIFA and the IOC are more corrupt than the mafia.
well, prove that they're not. I mean, at
Yeah.
least the mafia take the money under the table. I
Yeah.
mean, this is the thing. It's just it's just so corrupt, and so that disappointed me. Well, it didn't surprise me. It just was disgusting. And then I'm going to take it a little bit further with the draw. The draw was just the most
Oh,
cringy. I mean, it was worse than episodes of The Office, you know. It was just so, oh, they're not on. Rio Ferdinand trying to do comedy, and what was it? Did you hear when they said to Shaquille O'Neal, he goes, "Hey, if I was playing football, you know what they call me?" They said, "No, what?" "David Blackham." I was like, really? You just David Blackham. It's 2025. Ah, and then it was just gone. That joke was gone because there was worse to come. It just got worse and worse and worse. It was just
yes.
terrible.
Thankfully, I looked at the at our little WhatsApp group with Clint and Martin
Yeah.
and you guys were going on about it, and I thought I'm not going to look at this until they actually
Ah.
start doing the draw. And
And so you waited 4 hours and they got the first team out.
yeah,
Honestly. And then they had bloody who was it? From the Fugees or Lauren Hill. Come on, FIFA, come on, FIFA. Trying to get them to sing Bob Marley. There's all these 80-year-old white men in suits going, what the fuck is going on? Oh, they trundle out Lauren Hill, who was famous 25 years ago.
yeah,
Honestly, it was just disgustingly awful. Um, and then to make matters even worse, the ticket prices, what they've done with the
oh,
ticket prices, it's just gouging at the worst level. I mean, and now they've released a few tickets in the nosebleed sections for like less than $500 and think that
yeah,
appeasing everyone. It's just disgusting greed at the most. It's basically taking football away from fans. That's what they've
Well,
done.
I think fans need to boycott the ticket sales
Yes, they
now
do. They do.
because 2 months out from the tournament, they're going to have to start giving tickets away like they did with the
Precisely.
Club World Cup,
Yep. Yep.
and that'll learn them.
Yeah. How's
Um,
it? How's it going to
just
look with
quickly
empty
going back
stadiums?
to the draw. I
Yep.
noticed they had who was it? Tom Brady, Shaquille
Oh,
O'Neal, Aaron Judge, and Wayne
Kevin Hart.
Gretzky.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, Wayne
those
Gretzky.
four
Yeah. Yeah.
those four sportsmen, there's three from the United States and one from Canada. And somebody said, "Oh, why is there no Mexican representative doing the draw?" And I thought, well, they could have got Hugo Sanchez or
Yeah.
somebody like that. But actually, what happened is the Mexican representative turned up at the venue and ICE grabbed him up.
Exactly. He was
Yeah,
deported. He was
deported
quickly
him.
deported. They were like, "You don't look like you should be here, mate."
Yeah, yeah.
Back you go. And then what was it? Macedonia. Uh,
Macedonia, yeah.
I mean, mate, you have one job. Just read a couple of. Come on. I know you're called the Great One, but geez, mate, you can't even read.
Yeah. Anyway,
It was
enough
yeah.
enough of that rubbish.
FIFA, basically. We'll just
Yeah.
blanket it with FIFA and Trump.
My number one low light. It's the constant haranguing and abuse aimed at All Blacks coach Scott Robertson. The ABs won 9 out of 12 tests in 2025, including comfortable wins over South Africa in Auckland and Ireland and Chicago. Yes, we did get beaten by the South Africans the week following, but they were bruised and battered by then. We lost to a very passionate Argentina before we turned around a week later and thumped them. And
Mm,
of course, the Grand Slam attempt failed at Twickenham. It's not the first All Blacks team that's lost at Twickenham. All this plus it's still 2 years till the next World Cup.
yep.
The last midpoint between the World Cups in 2021, we lost 3 of 15 tests. 4 of those tests were against Tonga, Fiji, Italy, and the USA, and included really bad losses to Ireland and France at the end of the year. I think you probably remember those games at the end of the
Yep.
Northern Tour, and the excuses were, oh, the team was tired.
Tired. Mm,
It's been the end of a long year, blah, blah, blah. And yes, Ian Foster was in, in the in the sights of many at that time. But I don't understand all this hatred for Scott Robertson just because he comes from Canterbury.
yeah, it
Um,
seems like that, eh? Seems like it's
oh,
provincial.
he's had no international experience. Well, he's not the first All Black coach that's gone in with it with no international experience. Well, he
Exactly.
has had international experience by coaching the New
Youth.
Zealand under 20s
That's right.
to a
That's
World Cup victory.
that's right. What more do you want? I don't know.
And
It
it
can't all
just
be.
really annoys me. And now they're
Yeah.
saying, oh, there's huge rifts among the coaching group, and Robertson says, oh, if you want to understand why we're doing such and such, go and talk to Scotty Henson. You know,
Mm,
all this rumor and innuendo that's coming out, and they're doing a review, which they do at the end of every year.
mm.
And the big news is, oh, Don Tricker, the former New Zealand
Oh yeah.
softball coach,
He's going to make him tough.
yeah, he'll come in and sort it all
Oh,
out.
he's a world
The
champion
man,
in softball.
the man that would never do anything for Baseball New Zealand, but
Yeah.
Baseball New Zealand got him a job in baseball.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't understand the hate towards Robertson either, mate. Really, I don't think we're playing that bad. I just don't think we've got the cattle. I really think that he's doing the best he can with the cattle we've got. We're not a great All Black squad at the moment.
Yep.
It might change. We might get a few young guys coming through. We might get a few players from, God help us. I mean, the New Zealand Rugby Union might open it up to overseas players being selected again, which would definitely help. So, yeah, give the guy a break. Give him 2 more years, all back off, and let's see how he goes in the World Cup. If he fails in the World Cup, then okay, fair enough. You might want to call for his head. At that
Yep.
stage, it depends on how we lose. If we make the final and lose narrowly to South Africa or something like that, well, I would be all keen. I'd be keen on him staying another 4 years just to piss people off more than anything else. No, I
Quite
got
right.
nothing. I still think he's the best. coach, New Zealand coach. So
Yep.
I'm stoked that he's in charge. Yeah, keep him on.
Yeah. What the other thing that gets me about, they're saying, oh, he's had two assistant coaches resign. Leon McDonald was never going to work out with Scott
No,
Robertson.
no,
Yes, they did play together for the Crusaders back in the 90s, but you could never term them as good mates.
no. That's
Um,
completely different anyway. Playing.
and McDonald, he's a head coach, and same with
Yeah.
Jason Holland, who's gone back to the Hurricanes now as an assistant,
Yep.
which will be interesting to see how long he lasts as an assistant.
Mm.
Um, these guys have had head coaching experience, and they want to carry on being head coach. And I think the way that Robertson has done it, always done it with the Crusaders, he relies heavily on his assistants,
Mm.
to do the specialist tasks, and he's
Yeah.
more like the archetypal football manager.
Isn't that his role? I mean, to
Yeah,
oversee everything, look at the big picture, and then
yep.
get the right place people in the places for,
And
I don't know.
that's exactly how Graham Henry and Steve
That's
Hansen
right.
ran.
Exactly.
You didn't see them running around barking instructions at training,
No,
following the backline on a
no.
new backline move. You saw whoever the backs coach was doing
That's
that.
exactly right. Yeah.
And they stood pretty much every photo you saw of All Black training was Henry and Hansen standing on the sidelines, just
Mm.
overseeing it.
Hmm.
And it
Yep.
has been a real bugbear for me in
Me too, mate.
2025.
Me too. And I'm from
Um,
Auckland.
yeah,
I think it is a lot of it is provincialism. I really
mm,
do. I just think it's like, hey, he's not the guy. But then again, why throw the baby out with the bathwater, man? He's done
mm,
2 years. He's starting to get some sort of results, and they go, get
yep,
rid of him and get Jamie Joseph in. Well, if they got, look, let's just say that happens. If he doesn't get instant results, as everyone expects, like wins
mm,
100% of his game, are we going to call for him to be buffed off and get someone else as well?
yep.
I mean,
And what we need to do is face facts now that A, we are probably going to lose more tests against South Africa than we'll win
yep,
in the next
yep,
4 to 5 years.
yep,
They just seem to be bringing out new players all the time, and you think,
yep.
oh, I haven't heard from this guy. He'll be shit. Oh, hang on, he's
Oh
quite
my
good.
God, I've never seen anyone move so fast.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and
Their backline.
Argentina is continuing to get
They're
better
coming.
and better and better.
Yep.
They're not Italy, who have always been the bottom of the Five
No.
Nations or Six Nations every
And
single
Australia
year.
are improving as well. They're improving. They're
Mm.
getting, I think they are. I think they'll, look, win the big matches.
Yeah,
Who's going to remember back to this year if we win the World Cup in a couple of years? No one.
yeah,
So win the big games. That's when
yep,
it's going to matter. I mean, we've got a
quite
tour
right.
to South Africa next year, so let's see how he goes there.
Yeah,
Okay, let's get
that's
another
gonna.
low light.
That's
Let's get another low light in. There's been a
yep.
few of them. This one's kind of sad, and obviously, I'm sure you've got this on your list as well. The death of Diego Jota. It was just so crazy when I found out. I was just in the kitchen scrolling on my phone. Oh my God, Diego Jota's died. I didn't believe it. Went online. Oh my
Yeah.
God, it was jaw dropping, wasn't it? Finding out that news, and I really don't think Liverpool have recovered as a club yet. I mean, it's hard to quantify exactly how much. Um, of an influence that's been this season, but it's definitely been an influence. Um,
Well, I mean, you must have had a mate pass away.
yep, especially when you're a young man. I
Yeah.
think it's different when you're older. When I was 21, I had a mate pass away at 21 in a car accident, and mate, you don't deal with it when you're that young. You just sort
No.
of you just cry and you just don't know what to do and then you just try and carry on and you can't really process it. You don't really
Mm.
process it. And I still think about Pablo. I still think about him, to this day. And it's like, what is it, 30 years ago, So it's unbelievable how much of an effect that can have. And when a young guy dies, when someone young dies,
Oh,
they're sort
look,
of
similar.
constantly remembered as that young person. They'll always
Yep.
be remembered. They never get old. It's just
Mm.
so, so, so tragic and disgustingly sad.
Yep.
Um,
Yeah, similar. When I was 21, 22, lost a mate in a car crash. And
mm,
I think the thing that really stuck out to me was it happened 3 blocks away from my house after they just dropped me off,
yeah,
you
there
know?
you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the same
and
thing
I
happened.
was
Yeah, it was very
and
similar.
he was a first team player with Ramity Hearts back in the day, and it just affected the team so badly throughout
Totally,
the whole
man.
year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you just can't get them off your mind, eh? You
no,
just always there, and it's just always, even in those moments when you're doing well and you're happy, you
mm,
still think you've still got that sadness, it's just you can't
yeah,
get out of it. Even those times that you've had so much joy before and you felt like you're exploding with joy and you're together and it will never feel better than this again, you
mm.
just still have that underlying sadness, and you can't
And
beat it.
a bit like with Liverpool. I mean, Marco died in the February, and the
Yeah,
football season started end of March.
yeah.
And every time we came up against a new team, they always were like, "Oh, we're so
We're
sorry to hear about the
sorry.
loss of your
It
player." And you
reminds
think,
you
"Oh,
again.
I was
Yeah.
just starting to not think about that," and
Yeah.
bang, there it goes
And,
again.
and it's the Liverpool
And
players listening to the every 20 minutes.
yeah,
They hear it again and again and again. And I mean, it affects the team and it affects
yep,
individuals in different ways. And it's just so unquantifiable. But that was just the biggest tragedy for me this year in sports.
yeah, absolutely,
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it was on my list.
Ah, of course it was. Of course it
Yes, of
was.
course it was. Another one for me, and this isn't immune to 2025, but I wanted to put it in there anyway. Having to subscribe to three different platforms just to watch different football competitions. You got Sky, DAZN, and BN, and even for the Football World Cup next year, you're going to have to subscribe to a paid platform to watch the World Cup
Is that
on
not going to be on
TVNZ.
TVNZ?
There'll be
FIFA
some
Plus?
games. There'll be some games free to air,
Mm,
but if you want to watch all the games,
mm.
they haven't said how much it's going to be, but I'm picking it'll probably be 30 or 40 bucks
Yeah.
to subscribe to the platform. And I just want somebody like Netflix or Amazon Prime or
Oh, pick
Disney
it
just
all
to
up, hey?
pick it all up and put it all. And there have been rumors that Netflix have been thinking about it.
Mm.
Um, I noticed on Netflix this year they're showing the all the NFL games around
They
Christmas
are. They are. Yep.
around Christmas.
Yep. And they're on
So
Disney too.
yeah.
A lot of
Well,
them.
Disney owns ESPN, so
Yeah. Yeah.
ESPN is on that platform.
Yeah. The way that the streaming platforms are all split. I mean, not just for sporting content. My God, when you
Yeah,
oh, there's that show I'm watching. What platform is it on? You have to go
yeah,
through every one. Oh, I can't find it. It's so it's so splintered, isn't it? And it's so
mm,
hard to sort of. Well, first of all, it's also so expensive. I mean, that's the thing. Paying three, four subscription fees instead of one. I would
yeah,
just absolutely love it if I had an app for sport and I could just go sport, rugby league, watch some rugby league,
yep,
football, watch some cricket. That would just I would pay $100 a month for that.
yep.
But unfortunately, until they consolidate all that sort of thing, there's just too many media companies wanting to clip the ticket.
Yeah,
I
you just want somebody like Murdoch or even Elon Musk or
or Apple
some
TV
rich
or
bastard around the world that
exactly to
can
just
just
go
buy all the
right. I'm doing
subscription rights.
sports and I'm going to do it better than everyone. It'll
Yeah,
probably be some Saudi platform. It'll probably be
probably.
like
Well, that's
which
what
is
being is.
BN and
Oh no,
so
that's
is
Qatari.
DAZN is though, isn't it? Isn't it Saudi or
Yeah, I
something
think
like?
DAZN Saudi,
Yeah. And
but
those other
yeah,
platforms, BN and DAZN, they're terrible platforms too. They don't stream well. You go into the highlights, it starts halfway through. It's just really crappy
I have
sort of
no problems
service.
with DAZN.
They, I,
Because I
uh,
started using them for the NFL,
yeah.
because they have the NFL rights in New Zealand.
Okay. I just don't like the platform. I just don't.
Mm,
And also the fact that when I go, okay, watch the highlights, I've only got two options: watch the whole match or watch in 3 minutes. Watch a
yeah,
3 minute high. Give me a 20-minute highlights package or something. I mean, three
yeah. I think
minutes.
Sky's got it right. They've got
They have.
the 3 minute package and the 10 minute or 12 minute package.
Yeah, yeah. That's about the only thing Sky's got right.
Yeah,
Honestly, their price is ridiculous. I mean, I would get rid of Sky tomorrow if it's just NRL. The main reason if the National Rugby League came out with their own, I could get rid of Sky tomorrow, and I'd be happy about it.
mm,
I've got, yeah, not happy with them. Yeah, so streaming platforms, that's a really good one. Let's keep it in the technical vein, shall we? For
Hmm.
me, five lowlights. One of my biggest lowlights of the year, the bunker, the TMO, and VAR. Absolute shithouse. My God, you're up there in a booth. You're supposed to be an expert on the sports, and let's see how we can fuck this up again and again and again and again and again. My God. They talk about let's get a player in so that they can do. Oh, what? So to tell you some common bloody sense, I mean, there's just time and again, every week in the football, VAR
Yep.
stuffs up. They just can't get it right. And then you look at something like cricket, which I would have thought got it right most of the time. And we just saw the sicko thing happen the other day. So even they haven't got it right. But at
Yep.
least with the replays, I think cricket's sort of, I suppose it is more of an analog sport. You're in, you're out. It's although the LBWs, I mean that's kind of technical, but yeah, that
Yeah, I've
cricket's
seen I've seen some given out and some given not out that should have been the other way
yeah,
around.
but I think they've got it more right in cricket
They
than in
do.
football and rugby league and all those other sports, and I just want them to sort it out. I'm sick of them stuffing it up.
Yep.
And then okay, for instance, VAR, when it's a corner, like it's just deflected off and they go corner, no, it's a goal kick. The ref goes goal kick. Why can't the VAR go? They want to talk to them about everything else. Why can't they go, no, that came off a defender, it's a corner. Okay, it's a corner. I can correct myself. Instead, they go,
Yeah.
no, no, that's just ridiculous. It's
Well,
those are
I
little
read
things like
somewhere
that.
they are actually looking at doing that
Oh,
for
they should.
changing the rules for VAR use for corners and goal
They
kicks.
do. They do that in rugby league. They do that in
Mm.
rugby league. They go, okay, I'm not sure who touched the ball last, and then
You
the
only
guy
need one
goes,
look at it.
it was the guy up, yeah, and the guy up in the box looks at it, and they get the right result when it comes to
Mm.
those sorts of things. Goal kick or a corner are important these days.
Yeah.
Very important. Set pieces are important.
Mm.
So important you get it right. You've got a guy up there that could just make a quick message down and go, good process.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, thanks, mate.
so yeah, they're too worried with we know the rules and look how good we are at showing you that we know the rules rather than just get it right. So
Yep.
I just wish
I
they'd get
know.
it
And
right.
my next low light,
Yep.
very similar vein.
Yep.
Um, the constant rule updates in rugby. There's already too many laws, and players should not be yellow or red carded for accidental head clashes,
Absolutely.
and especially head clashes where the so-called victim is not required to leave the field for an HIA.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Absolutely. It's just
I mean, in addition, two TMOs in rugby.
oh yeah, you got to have one checking the foul play. I don't know. I'm just checking foul
Why
play
can't
everywhere
why can't one TMO do that?
because it's so important, Macca. It's so important that we pick up every act of foul play. He
Yeah, well,
stood
you
on
and
my
I can
toe.
do that just watching it on our own.
I know. I don't understand why
Um,
either. And the
and I want to know what happened to clear and obvious error. That that's been lost in the fine print. Some of these decisions, like there was one of the All Blacks, the ball hit his hand in a ruck,
mm,
and he got sin binned
mm.
because they said it was deliberate
That's right.
playing the ball on the ground.
That's right. And
How can you
then
how
a
can you
very
be
similar. Yeah.
eh, how can you be ruled against for playing the ball with your hand when the ball falls onto your hand?
Yeah. I don't know. And how many people do you want to referee the game? Who is actually
Exactly.
refereeing the game? Is the referee refereeing the game? I don't think so anymore.
No.
I think there's basically three people refereeing the game. Make the referee the main guy
Yep.
and come in when you need to. When
Well, that's
there's
what it used to be in rugby.
yeah.
The TMO could only comment or come in when the referee asked him.
And now it's
You
like,
know, it would be
Hang on, John. If we go back five phases, there was a guy who stood on someone's toe when he was trying to. Hang on, we're going to go back. I'm going to show. I'm going to put it up on the big screen now, and everyone's standing there. Everyone's just standing around, going, "Yep, there it is. There it is. Do you see it? Do you see it? Yes, I see it. Yes. What do you think? I think it's a penalty. Okay. Is it a sin bin? Is he around the wrong? It's just like fuck me. You were there 2 minutes ago. You saw it. You were there, referee.
yeah.
Make a decision there, and let's move on. We don't
And
need
one of
to
the what
remitigate
yeah,
those
back in the
things.
day when TMO was first introduced, the best one to use it was Jonathan Kaplan.
Yeah.
He
Yeah, he
South
was
African
good, wasn't he?
referee. he would see something out of the corner of his eye and just go, Bruce, can you have a look at that?
Yeah.
And he would play on.
Yeah.
And then next time the ball stopped, he'd go, did you check that
Exactly.
incident? What's that?
What's
What's the story?
what's wrong with that?
Yeah,
I mean,
let the game flow.
I honestly think way too much power in rugby with
Yep.
those guys in the box.
And I
Way
think there
too
were a couple
much.
of instances too on the Northern Tour where the foul play TMO came in and said, oh, you need to stop the game and look at this incident.
Yeah.
And so they put
Yeah.
the incident up on the big screen. The referee goes, yep,
Yeah.
no penalty.
No penalty. I
Play
know.
on.
So why are we bothering? Or they go, yeah, it is a penalty. Let's go
Yeah.
back 5 minutes. But that 5 minutes has gone from the clock.
Yes,
So
exactly.
don't know what we've just been watching for 5 minutes. That those phases of play actually didn't happen. So
Yep.
what?
Anyway, enough of that
Yep.
shit.
Yeah. The other things that I had on my lowlights, I think we've done five each, so I'll just go through a couple more. Lack of Test cricket in New Zealand for me. I know we've got Test cricket going on now, but Christ, I mean, one Test a year and none in Auckland for like a decade. Just come on, give us some Test cricket. The Phoenix, I had them as a low light. My God, they need a new coach, a new ownership structure, and some new players. And maybe people will come back and start watching them if they become a half decent side. And the
Yep.
last one was what else do I have here? Lack of Test cricket. Oh, just Super Rugby on the whole. Super Rugby as a product. I used to love watching it. I just don't watch it anymore. I don't.
Mm.
Should make it 10 teams, have one table, get everyone to play each other once, or do whatever you need to do. But it's just too convoluted. Too convoluted. I know they've tried to sort of make it a little bit better, but they've gone too far. They went too far. They expanded it,
Oh,
and now
and how
it's
can you
just
lose a quarterfinal but still make the semis?
that's what I mean. Silly little rules like that. And
Yeah.
and I honestly don't think that are they really trying to get people along to the games? Are they in Auckland? No one goes. No
No.
one. They can't give the tickets away, mate. So
Yeah.
yeah, they need to fix it. Super Rugby for me. Fix it.
Yep. Yep. I've got another couple of little lowlights. One, and this is just me being a moaning prick. I may
Yeah.
yet be proven wrong, but the Yankees'
Go on.
non-ability to sign some decent players this off-season.
Yeah.
Great rebuild last year with Freed, Bellinger, Goldschmidt, etc. But it's just tumbleweeds going through the front office this northern winter, and they need
Uh
to at least re-sign Bellinger or go out and get Kyle Tucker,
yeah.
because Aaron Judge and our three stud pitchers, Garrett Cole, Max Freed, and Carlos Rodon, need some hitting support
Yeah. Clock's ticking.
to
Clock's ticking.
try and win a World Series in
Yeah.
their while they're still good
Well, they're in
players.
their prime. Yeah.
Yeah,
What about your manager?
well, it's quite obvious that they're not going to sack him.
No.
Um, I mean, Aaron Boone's is so polarizing. You either love him or hate him, and I'm sort of
He's a bit of a
somewhere in the
Scott
middle.
Scott Robertson, isn't he? A bit.
Well, he just makes some weird decisions, and
He does.
because of old school managers that there are hardly any of now. I think Dave Roberts at the Dodgers is probably about the only old school manager left. Or
Mm.
Bruce Bochy, although he's left the Rangers. Um, they operate by their gut and matchups and that sort of
Yeah.
thing. But
Yeah.
there's so much analytics in the game
Yeah.
that the university graduate from Princeton will get on the internal phone to Boone in the dugout and say, "Oh, so and so is better against left-handers, especially late in the game in the sixth and seventh inning. He's got a batting average of 382 against this particular left-hander." Blah, 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 blah. And so Boone makes the change, and
Yeah.
nothing happens
Yeah.
because it's a spotty-nosed fucking graduate from some Ivy League university with a
Some
degree in statistics.
some laptop coach. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
does my head in. Um,
Love it.
my other honourable mention was New Zealand netball's atrocious handling of the Dame Noeline Taurua debacle,
Oh my
and New Zealand
God.
cricket appearing to fall apart at the seams following attempts to set up a new T20 tournament. And I noticed in the last 24 hours, both CEOs have handed in their resignations.
Yep.
because and it's nothing to do with the current situation.
No.
They just want to spend more time with their family. How many how many times have you heard that before?
Yeah, that's PR speak, eh? So
Yeah,
yeah, whatever. We didn't stuff up. Well, it's getting towards Christmas, and I've been in this role a while, so
yeah,
about time I gave someone else a go. Netball's always been a bit of a bugbear of mine. You know my thoughts on netball. They shouldn't even be playing netball. Go play basketball. It's an
yeah,
Olympic sport. You can make a living out of it. You can go and play collegiate basketball if you're a woman. Go and do that. I mean, we should put our best athletes should be playing basketball. If they want to play a hoop sport,
yep,
play basketball. Netball, look, there's only three countries in the world that play it. It's a Commonwealth sport. I know if you've been watching it all the time, it's a bit exciting, but it's really an amateurish sport, isn't it? Let's be honest. I
yeah.
mean,
And it's the same with softball.
yeah, exactly. No point trying to force it to become professional when it's just
Yeah,
not that sort of sport. It's just the money isn't there. I mean, it's just
yeah,
not. So, yeah, exactly the same thing as softball. It's
yeah,
just a watered down version of a sport that already exists. Why don't we play the real sport? So,
yeah. Quite right.
yeah,
Um, so that's our lowlights. Let's try and get a bit more excitement back in our voice when we look forward to 2026.
yeah,
My number one hope for 2026 is that the All Whites get past the group stage at the World Cup. That would
yes,
be so good.
wouldn't it?
If we can get results against Iran, and we won't get a result against Belgium, but well, who's
No,
the other one in our group?
Iran.
Egypt.
Egypt, Mo Salah.
Yeah,
Um, well, look, Iran and Egypt. We should be able to look. We might not win, but we should be able to give them a game. You know,
yeah.
we should be able to threaten their goal, score the. I mean, it's a low-scoring sport. We could win both those games. We
I
could.
mean,
So
Chris Wood will be fresh because he's not been playing for Forest.
no, he hasn't been, has he? He's had a couple of injuries though, to be
He's
fair.
got a
So
knee injury at the moment.
yeah,
Yeah,
and they've got some other great options up front as well. That
mm,
new Brazilian's pretty handy.
yeah,
And I don't know whether the new manager fancies him. To be fair, we'll see. We'll see whether
yeah.
Dice fancies him.
Eats gravel for dinner.
Hey, scrabble for
So
breakfast.
yeah, that's my number one hope for 2026. What's yours?
Okay. Well, I think you know.
Warriors.
Warriors win their first championship 2026. That's exactly right, mate. That's exactly right. It's our year next year. It
The
has to
mighty
be.
one New Zealand Vodafone Warriors.
The mighty one New Zealand Vodafone Warriors. Exactly. Out they come. Come on, boy. Come on. Come on. Put them up. Put them up. Tell ya. It's our year. Our year. We've got a bloody good side. We've got some speed on the wings. We've signed Cam Pereira. I like him. He's perhaps the most rapid guy in the NRL. We've got a winger that can actually run. I'm looking forward to it. I'm always looking forward to it. I've been looking forward to it since 1995, and this year's no difference. 2026, the year of the Warrior. Come on, up the
Good on you.
walls.
Number two for me is that Liverpool put their woeful end of 2025 form behind them
Yep,
and climb back to the top of the Premiership.
absolutely. Start playing some football where they look like they know each other.
Yep.
Just play a style of football we know you can play. That game against Real Madrid, that for me
Yeah.
was just model yourselves on it. Really tight at the back. I mean, yeah, I think Frimpong and Bradley are back this week as well, so that should help. We're getting a couple
Yep.
of players back from injury, especially in the back line. So I would love that. I would love that.
Well,
We
I
don't
think
need to.
Frimpong will play in Salah's position, won't he?
Maybe. Yeah, he probably will. But yeah, we don't need to win the premiership anymore, but let's just get through the next round of the Champions League. Look at what PSG did last year, you know?
Yeah.
And we're ninth now. We're ninth in the Champions League. We
Mm.
win our last two games, we'll probably be in the top eight. So,
Yep.
mate, the Champions League is the thing we should be putting most of our eggs into that
Yeah.
basket for this year. But you're exactly right. Just play some consistent, good football. Get us back to believing in the manager. That would be lovely, wouldn't it? That would be
It
absolutely
certainly
lovely.
would.
Another thing to look forward to, the All Blacks tour of South Africa. I haven't had a big tour for a
Mm.
long, long time, and I'm really looking forward to these games. I still remember back in 1996, was it 96, 97, 96, when we won that first tour of South Africa, and Fitzpatrick banging his
Yep.
fist on the
Yep. Was
ground.
1996.
mate, bring back rugby tours of all descriptions. Get England out here playing three tests, and playing going around the provincial teams. I think it's just awesome. I think it's awesome. It shows me that maybe the powers that be have actually got a little bit of foresight and thinking, hey, tours, maybe we'll bring those back and people might like those. Who
Hmm,
knows? But I'm looking
there's an
forward to it,
idea.
Mike.
Number three for me is that New Zealand sporting bodies sort out their bloody administrations and put more focus on good coaching and playing rather than airing their dirty laundry through the media.
Yeah,
I don't want
absolutely.
to hear from Jenny Wiley or Scott Weinick or Mark Robinson or whoever replaces him. And by the way, they're interested in hiring Sean Marks
Oh,
as
yeah, I heard
CEO for
that.
New Zealand
Yeah,
Rugby. So somebody with a actually has got a bit of sporting nous behind him. Anyway,
yeah,
yes, New Zealand sporting administrations, all the way up from the tiny sports up to the big major sports, just administrators, we don't care who you are or what you're doing. Just make sure you administer the sport properly so your players and coaches can do their jobs and not have to worry what's going on in the bloody boardroom because some board member wants to make a name for himself. Just,
absolutely. How can I argue with you? I can't
oh,
argue.
I
It's,
mean, yes, I
mate,
know we show our age and talk about things that back in the 70s and
yeah.
80s and that. I mean, the New Zealand Rugby Board
Mm,
had an executive secretary and an assistant. That was New Zealand Rugby.
mm. Two
And a
people.
board member was the team manager. They
Yep.
used to, they took turns.
And then
And
and then and then maybe a physio if they were lucky.
oh no,
Physio
they'd have they'd have to hope that one of the players was had done his
was
physio training.
qualified in some regard.
Yeah.
I'll walk on your back if it's a bit stiff.
Well, you know, the main thing in between tests in the early 1970s was who had the darts and the beers
Yeah,
uh,
exactly. That's,
and the
that's it.
guitar. That was all they worried about.
That's right. That's right. The 10
And
guitars, we
no
could say.
treatment table. Oh,
Yeah.
my hammy's a bit sore. Walk it off.
Oh, exactly. Or you won't be
Run it off.
playing. Yeah, or
Yeah.
you won't be playing, eh? Okay. Another thing to look forward to. I'm quite looking forward to the Commonwealth Games in Scotland in 2026. I know that sounds a bit weird, because we have sort of slagged off the Commonwealth Games and all that sort of stuff, but I'm just looking forward to seeing some new athletes, some people that I haven't seen before. And I do love a Commonwealth Games in Scotland. I do love
Yeah,
that, you know?
they do seem to be more enjoyable, don't they? Even
They
though it's around the
do.
other side of the
Yeah,
world.
exactly. And they get behind it and the kilts and the bagpipes and everything.
Yeah,
It feels like a Commonwealth Games if it's in Scotland to me. So
yeah.
looking forward to that in 2026.
Lovely, lovely. Another hope for me for 2026 that the Yankees actually get their shit sorted out and re-sign Cody Bellinger.
Yep.
He's a better option than Kyle Tucker. He can play first base and all of the outfield positions. He'll hit 280 with 30 home runs and 100 RBI every year. He's young. He
Yep.
comes from great pedigree. His father played for the Yankees, and he had a great season in 2025. So just sort your shit out, pay the money, and also build a decent bloody bullpen. Our bullpen in 2025 was just terrible.
Yep.
We finally got a decent closer at the trade deadline in David Bednar. We've already lost Luke Weaver and Devin Williams to the Mets. They've gone across town, so there's our eighth inning guy and our ninth inning guy gone. Or our seventh and eighth inning guys, I should say, gone. Although, to be perfectly honest, I'm actually quite glad we got rid of Devin Williams. He had a shit year.
So
Um,
that's a lot of hope for the Yankees, mate, in 2026. You just, oh, come on, sort your shit. We need a new coach. We need a few new players. We need this. We need that.
yeah,
What are
it's the
your
same
hopes?
thing. Same
Yeah.
thing every year. The Yankees finally win a World Series. Haven't won one since 2009.
Been a long
And
time. That's a long time between
bloody
drinks for the Yankees.
Hal, son of George Steinbrenner,
Was
who's a
George still
complete polar opposite.
was George still alive in 2009?
Yeah,
He
yeah,
was.
he was.
So they haven't won one since George Steinbrenner died.
correct.
Wow. See, there you
Yeah.
go.
But
As much as he was a crazy man,
there was
he
only one
demanded
thing that
success, didn't he?
there was only one thing that George was concerned about, and that was
Winning.
winning the World Series every year.
Yep.
Unfortunately, son Hal is more concerned about the bottom line than George ever was. And
Yep.
it's not
Yep.
like they don't have the money, because
No.
the
No.
Steinbrenners are one of the richest bloody families
In the
in the
United States.
world, let alone
Yeah,
the United
exactly.
States.
Yeah, they do. They do have the money. So stop being so
Mm,
tight. Go get those players.
exactly.
The Rugby League World Cup in Australia and New Zealand in 2026. Really looking forward to this. Hopefully, it's a an international event worth watching, and can take rugby league to another level. It's one of those sports. I mean, we've been doing the Vegas thing now for the last 2 or 3 years. It's getting some traction. The rules of rugby are sort of a bit muddy and convoluted. We've talked about that earlier, and I'm just really looking forward to seeing some great international rugby league on these shores and Australia's over the latter months of 2026, and I would just absolutely love it if we beat Australia in the final. That would just, oh, I would love that almost as much as a Warriors grand final win. Almost,
Almost as
almost,
much.
almost. So, yeah, get up the Kiwis.
Quite right. My last hope for 2026.
Yeah,
You talked about it a wee bit before in your lowlights about the lack of Test cricket. Well, this year the Black Caps meet England in England for a three-test series,
unbelievable.
and later in the year a four-test series against
No!
Australia.
When was the last
Yes,
time we played a four-test series? Can you tell me? You can't. It was probably, it'll be
England in 1999,
early 90s, maybe.
late
Oh,
90s,
I think that one
1999.
was that in England.
Yeah, when Roger Twos
Oh,
scored a
how many twos did Roger
Roger
Two score in the two
Twos.
test series against the West Indies? I'll repeat the
Yes.
question. Yes. I remember that now. We won that series.
Yes, and we also have a three-test series in India. So let's hope we can repeat. Well, oh no, that's in New Zealand in the
New Zealand.
summer months of October, November.
Those are good sides to be playing,
More
man.
fantastic scheduling from New Zealand cricket.
Yep. Will we have a Boxing Day test, or are they going to put on another T20 that everyone wants to see?
We'll be playing in the Boxing Day test at the
Oh, we are.
Melbourne Cricket Ground.
Oh my God. There's a highlight. That's going to be a definite highlight. You going to go to that one? Going to try and get to that one?
Um, Thinking about going to the Adelaide test,
Okay.
which is the pre-Christmas test.
Which is
Um,
you were hoping to be at that one this year, weren't you?
I was hoping to be at this one this year. In fact, I've still got the tickets on my phone.
Dang.
Um, yeah, um, yeah. Thinking well, because I've crossed the Black Caps Boxing Day test in
You
2019
did.
off my list.
It wasn't great
So
though, was it?
no,
No.
no. Trent Bolt got a wicket in his first over, and we didn't get another one until just before tea
That's right. That's right. At the
at the
G.
G. So
Um,
yeah, no, Adelaide pre-Christmas test.
yeah.
Think it might even be a day nighter.
Awesome.
So
That
we'll
would, that
see.
would be great to see a pink ball test in Adelaide. My God, mate.
Yeah,
Hey, bucket list stuff. No, that's amazing. That's great. We're playing some test cricket. Hopefully Kane sticks around. I mean,
yeah. I'm sure he will. I'm
yeah.
sure he will.
Yeah, I think Test cricket motivates them. I've just got a couple more. Mariners to win their first pennant. Come on, a bit like the Warriors. Just more hope and pray, but it has to happen eventually before
Yep.
I die anyway. And the last thing is Liam Lawson. I'm looking forward to seeing Liam. He's been
Mm.
re-signed with Red Bull for next year. The Racing Red Bulls. I'm hoping that he has a better season, obviously, than this year. Although he's finished fairly strong, hasn't he? And he's obviously racing in the second Red Bull team. I would just love to see him back in the top team and see what he can do. He didn't really have a proper chance this year, did he? He got a bit. I don't know. He got a bit of a hard deal, if you ask me. And I'm looking forward to seeing if he can sort of improve even more. Really
Quite
looking forward
right.
to that.
Quite right. So there are our highlights, lowlights from 2025, and our hopes for 2026. To finish off, sadly, we've lost a few sports people from the sports world over the last
We have.
year, 12 months. So we've got a bit of a list here. How about we just go one after the other? I'll
Let's
start off.
go.
Baseball player and announcer Bob Uecker, well known as Harry Doyle from the Major League movies. It's
Oh yeah,
just a little outside.
just a little. That was the one with what was it with Charlie Sheen in it, wasn't it?
Charlie Sheen and Tom Berenger
What
and
was it? Major
Wesley
League.
Snipes. Yeah,
Major
Major
League.
League.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep. As a player, Bob Uecker was advised by one of his coaches to use a lighter bat, not to make swinging easier, but less of a weight to carry back to the dugout after striking out. Bob
He,
Uecker, who the well-renowned Milwaukee Brewers announcer, he died aged 90.
next one is footballer Dennis Law, of course, the Scottish striker, known for playing for both Manchester United and City. Of course, he was part of the Holy Trinity, wasn't he, with Charlton and Best.
Yep.
Perhaps the best, well, probably the best front three to play for United. I don't know about other teams. There
No.
are other opinions available, but no, they were all spectacular players. But Dennis Law, and of course, he's another Scotsman. What a
Yep.
player he was. Dennis Law was aged 84.
Boxer George Foreman, one of Muhammad Ali's greatest opponents, he got in trouble for waving the American flag at the opening ceremony at the 1968 Olympics.
Yeah,
Something that's just very frowned upon at the opening of the Olympics. You're just supposed to hold it still, but George,
mm,
he was a bit out there,
he was,
already
especially
already
early on.
suffering from a bit of from those head knocks.
Yeah,
And of course, the inventor, he fought well into his 40s.
yeah.
Um,
He
and of
became
course,
heavyweight champion, the oldest heavyweight champion
he
ever.
did. He
Yep.
did. He certainly did indeed. Um, and was also well known for inventing the George Foreman grill.
Yep.
Um, when I did my sport management degree at Unitech in 2008, 2009,
Mm,
um, in one of our sport social one of our social papers on sport, we were talking about the lecturer was talking about George Foreman waving the American flag,
yeah.
and a young 18 or 19-year-old kid at the back of the audience said, "Was George Foreman a sports person? I just thought he invented the grill."
Oh my God. That just shows you we're just completely old bastards,
I,
aren't we?
I was sitting right at the front. I turned around and went, "You fucking what?"
Of
Anyway,
course, that
George, he passed away aged 76.
and that grill, what a hell of an invention. Just put a slope on it. There you go. There we go. I've invented something. Who would have thunk it, eh? The fat runs to the bottom. It didn't seem to make George any thinner, though, did it? Anyway,
No, no.
yeah, rest in peace, George Foreman. Um, Also leaving us this year, rugby player and coach Alex Wiley, better known as Grizz to his mates and to most people in New Zealand. He died aged 80. He was a Canterbury legend, went on to coach the ABs, famously alongside provincial rival John Hart, who's very famous for that halftime speech that he gave at the Ranfurly Shield when they were playing Auckland and they were down at halftime. He just went out there and just said, fucking play some rugby or something, and then walked back up, didn't he? He was a man of few words, but on the field, he was a hard man, and he was a very, very good coach. So rest in peace, Alex Grizz Wiley. And he was,
That's
how
quite
old was
right.
he? 80.
80. English cricketer Peter Lever,
Mm,
probably not one of the more well-known English cricketers. John Lever, his brother or cousin, was probably more
mm,
well-known, but Peter Lever was best known as the bowler who hit Ewan Chatfield in the head at
that's
Eden
right.
Park in the early 1970s. Peter Lever died aged 84.
Yeah, yeah, that was a crazy situation, wasn't it, when he actually
Yeah,
died on the field?
he swallowed his
Yeah,
tongue, yeah.
yeah, yeah. Rest in peace, Peter Lever. Also, Black Caps batsman Robert Anderson, better known as Jumbo. Oh, they had some great nicknames back in the day, didn't they? They just
Yeah.
basically told him how it was, but I'm surprised they didn't call him Fatso. They called him Jumbo. He was part of the historic 1978 team to beat England for the first time at the Basin Reserve. He died this year. He was aged 76.
We lost one of the All Black greats in
Absolutely.
2025 with Super Stu Wilson, All Black winger centre and captain in 1979. Held the try scoring record in tests until a certain John Kerwin came along. And Wilson formed the Ebony and Ivory partnership, another thing you couldn't get away with in
No,
2025,
no, you couldn't.
with fellow
Bernie Fraser.
Wellingtonian Bernie Fraser. Stu sadly passed away aged only 70.
Yeah, that's
Far too
sad. That
early.
was sad. It was suddenly too, wasn't it? Very
Yep.
sad. Also leaving us, Ian Mighty Mouse McLaughlin. I'd like you to say that though. Can you say that in your best
Ian
Scottish
the
brogue?
Mighty Mouse McLaughlin,
Love it.
a strapping prop forward from the province of Hawick in Scotland.
All 15 stone, 3 pounds. He basically say it in stones, wouldn't he? He
Yep.
was a Lions rugby prop and former president of the Scottish Rugby Union. We lost him this year. He was aged 83.
A very sad one, and one that's not on your list. I only thought about it afterwards. Very sad. Another rugby player, former Maori All Black, Tasman, and Highlanders loose forward Shane Christie
Oh,
died
yeah.
aged just 39. Christie had retired from rugby at just 31 after a
Mm.
series of head knocks. So
And
that was a sad one. That one.
he donated his brain to thing, didn't he, for CTE and all
Yep.
that sort of thing. So yeah,
Hmm.
that was really sad, really sudden, really horrible. Also leaving us was at a young age as well was English fast bowler David Lawrence. He succumbed to motor neuron disease. He was just 61. He was a quick
Yep.
bowler back in his day, wasn't he?
He certainly was a quick bowler,
Yep.
and I think who was talking about him on the commentary the other day might have been Ian Smith or Jeremy Coney. One of those guys
Yeah.
mentioned how he'd been hit on the arm by David Lawrence, and a massive, very round welt with a line through the middle of it came up
Oh.
on the
Oh.
forearm from
Well,
the.
he was quick and he was a big unit. He was a
He was a
big unit, wasn't he? He was
very
like
big unit.
6'3", 6'4", but solid
Yeah.
as. Yeah.
Um,
Was off. Yeah, so rest in peace.
One that we touched on earlier, obviously, July saw tragedy strike the Liverpool Football Club, with striker Diogo Jota passed away aged just 28 after a car accident, along with his brother Andre Silva.
Mm,
And what we didn't talk about before was Jota would normally have flown back to the UK for pre-season training, but he'd had a small heart procedure during the off-season and was advised not to fly for a few months, so
yep.
chose to drive, and his brother decided to just go along for the ride.
It sucks, eh? It's always the good ones,
It's,
man. It's always the good
yeah,
ones that leave us early, eh? It's just
yeah,
awful. That was just awful. Bobby Jenks, former Major League pitcher who won the World Series in 2005 with the Chicago White Sox. He passed away very, very young. He was only 41. That is sad. 41. Stomach cancer, I believe.
yeah.
Very sad.
Um, uh,
Now,
One of the most recognized
this
pro
next one,
wrestling
I
stars.
was going to
The
say,
next
is this
one,
sports?
we, you know, it's close. It's close. We
Close
need some
enough.
big rock music
Oh,
behind this one.
you little
Hulk
Hulkamaniacs!
Hogan fought his last fight in July. He passed away aged 71.
Uh,
R.I.P. Hulk.
yeah, yeah, the little Hulkamaniacs out there crying into their bandanas. Liverpool Football Club were in mourning for the second time in July following the passing of former left back Joey Jones, who died, and he was only 70 as well. Very sad. Joey Jones, what a great left back he was for Liverpool.
Yep. Now, this next one, I'm sure you remember him from the
Oh,
80s.
definitely.
Aaron, a cult figure from rugby league back in the 80s, was legendary prop Flamin' Sam Backo, who he died aged only 64.
So sad. He had one of the greatest moustaches in world sport too, didn't he? Oh, it's Sammy
Yep.
Backo.
The
Yeah,
headband and the moustache.
he wasn't the most mobile, but gee, he was a hard man. He was a hard, hard man. So rest in peace, old Sammy Backo.
I always thought
Um,
he played for the Broncos, but he didn't. He played for the Raiders.
that's right. That's right. He did play for the Raiders. You thought he
Mm.
played for the Broncos because he played Queensland Origin.
Queensland, yeah.
So yeah, yeah. There was a few like that as well. There was Lazarus, and he played for the
Mm.
Raiders first, and all that sort of stuff.
Yep.
Also, former Australian cricket batsman and coach Bobby Simpson died this year. He was aged 89, one of the best slip catchers of all time. He coached the Australian team as well to a lot of success in the 80s and 90s, and a real legend of Australian cricket. Apparently, he was a big smoker as well, wasn't he? I think.
He certainly was.
So,
And he was really the first of the cricket coaches.
yeah,
Like traditionally, touring teams, they had
the
a
captain
manager
sort of
from their
did.
cricket board
Yeah,
and the captain.
yeah, yeah.
There was never really coach, and
No.
he was the first one to, and it was really after the success that the Australian cricket team showed under his guidance that other teams decided to
Decided.
that, oh, this coaching thing could be a good idea.
Who knew? Who knew?
Yeah,
But
and
yeah,
I
no,
think I might be wrong, but was Glenn Turner our first cricket coach, Black Caps
that tour
coach?
of Australia, that tour of Australia, that's when he became coach. Before
Yeah.
then, I'm trying to think who the coach was before then. See, this is the thing, we can't remember who the coach was. Even if there was a coach, they
Mm,
weren't really. They were probably more in an administration role. That wasn't really a coach, like you said. It was more of a
no,
manager.
no.
See, yeah, Glenn Turner probably in the late '80s, early '90s.
I'm
House.
thinking more early 80s
Yeah.
because he
Oh.
he was still playing in 83, 84.
Mm.
And then I think when he retired, maybe he became coach.
He definitely was a coach of ours, sort of mid '80s, when we had like
Yeah.
Trevor Franklin and all that sort of stuff over there, because there was a few stories coming out of.
Mm,
He had some interesting theories on
yeah.
cricket, old Glenn Turner. He still does. He's
Mm.
an interesting guy, but
It was
yeah,
either
but you're
him
right.
or Jeff Howarth.
Yeah, I think it was him. I think it was him.
Yeah.
Um, Another person that left us was another of Muhammad Ali's rivals, Hungarian British boxer Joe Bugner, who
Joe
died aged
Bugner.
75.
Yeah,
Yeah, famed for that fight with Muhammad Ali, and he got his head rearranged, didn't he?
he certainly did.
Yep,
He won numerous British and European
he did.
championships
He did.
throughout the 70s. Yeah, he was a legend back in
He
those
was.
days. Another young one, a second English boxer, sadly passed away in September when Manchester cult hero Ricky Hatton, he
Mm,
died at age just 46. It's
yeah,
not
very sad.
ever come out, but the word is that he sadly took his own life.
Oh, that's sad. That's sad. He also struggled with drug and alcohol addiction, all sorts of things. Yeah, very, very sad story, really. And he was a legend of a boxer, though. My God, he took everyone on, and he was
Yeah,
great to watch. I mean, he never gave a shit about his own.
no,
He was just like, I'm just going to swing, you know. Yeah, very sad. Only 46. In September, the cricket world mourned at the passing of well-liked and well-known umpire Harold Dicky Bird. You're out. He just used to give
yeah,
them, just used to fire them. I loved his style. I loved Dicky Bird. What a play! What an umpire he was. Of course, he played a little bit of cricket, didn't he, for Yorkshire, his beloved
yeah,
Yorkshire. He never really made the grade, and then he became perhaps the best cricket umpire of all time. What I liked about him is he always backed his own mind, his own decisions. He made the decision, and that was it. And he said, "I'm not going to
yeah,
enter into any thought about it. I thought that was out. You're out." He's just the old style of umpire, wasn't he? I absolutely loved him. Dicky Bird, Harold Dicky Bird. He had a good
yeah. There
innings,
was
though, didn't he? Good
Ian
innings. Made
Smith
it to the
and
90.
Ian Smith and Jeremy Coney were talking about him on the
Oh,
on
were they?
Sport Nation yesterday
Yeah.
about how he always used to point at the batsman when he
Yeah.
gave them out.
You're out.
Yeah, yeah,
Point to the
and
pavilion. That's
and
the
he'd
direction,
he'd tell
son.
them he'd tell them too. Yes, yes, that's out,
That's
that's out.
right. That's out.
Yeah.
Hitting middle. Halfway up.
On the eve of the Australian Supercars Grand Final in Adelaide, legendary rival of the great Peter Brock, Alan Moffat, he passed
Mm,
away from Alzheimer's, aged 86.
very sad.
It
Great
was
racing car
yeah, very
driver.
sad for the supercars world. They gave him a good send off in Adelaide before that final race. And yeah, him and Brocky had some great races back in
Didn't
the
they?
70s and early 80s, and
Didn't they?
they were sort of the two-thirds of the triumvirate with Dick Johnson as the
Yeah.
great rivals in
Yeah.
Australian Touring Car Championships.
Oh, mate, those were the days. Those were the days. The Holden versus Ford stuff. Oh, Dick Johnson in the
Yeah,
Ford and Brocky in the Holden. That was awesome.
yeah,
Also passing away this year was American golfer and two-time major winner. I think he won the Masters. Fuzzy Zeller, one of the best names in sport. He died age 74, perhaps most famous for sort of asking Tiger if when he won the Masters he was going to have fried chicken as part of the part of the dinner. He wasn't. He sort of, sort of said, "I think you should be carrying my clubs rather than swinging them. What do you reckon, Tiger? Get in that boiler suit and carry these clubs." Yeah, he was from a different generation, old Fuzzy, wasn't he?
he certainly was. He
But yeah,
certainly
rest in
was.
peace to
And
Fuzzy Zoller,
last but
74.
certainly by no means least, early December, the news broke that former England batsman Robin Smith, the judge, had
Mm.
passed away. He was aged just 62, and he was living in Perth and had
Yeah,
caught up with a number of his former teammates and England cricketers on the eve of the first Ashes Test in Perth. And it
very
was
sad.
only 2 or 3 days later that he passed away. And watching the Stick to Cricket podcast with Michael Vaughan and Phil Tufnell and Alistair Cook,
Mm.
they were all quite taken aback by the news of their former teammates passing. Robin
Yep.
Smith, he could hit a cut shot to
I was
hell.
going to say
That
that
cut
was his
shot.
signature shot, wasn't it? It was very
Oh,
short backlift, but
yeah,
my God, it was like the world's best axeman having a go at
yeah,
the biggest tree. He was just so fast, and that ball. I mean, you wouldn't want to be at point, would you? I mean, honest,
yeah.
it was
um,
freaking. Yeah, he had a great square
yeah.
cut. Rest in
Oh,
peace, Robin Smith.
and everybody else that we haven't talked about.
Yeah, who do we miss? Who do we
In
miss? Let us know. Did we miss
2025.
anyone? Did we miss anyone?
Uh, I don't think so.
I don't
We're
think so,
bound to
but
have
we
bound
probably
to have
have.
missed somebody.
Yeah.
Um, Billy Bonds, the West
Oh yeah, we
Ham
did talk about the West
legend.
End. Yep. Yeah,
Yeah,
he died just the
West
other
Ham
day, didn't
legend Billy
he?
Bonds.
Bit
He,
sad.
yep, just the other day. So rest in peace, all of those, and all of
Yep.
those that we haven't touched on, and that pretty much brings 2025 to a close.
What a year it's been, mate. What a year it's
What a
been.
year it's been in
It's
sport.
been a hell of a lot better seeing your smiling face every couple of weeks anyway, mate. You know?
Quite right,
Perfect.
like right back at you.
Yeah.
Now we are taking a wee bit of a different turn in 2026. We're going to
We
try and
are.
bulk up the Hot Air Sports podcast a wee bit,
Yeah.
and we won't give too much away, but let's just say we're hoping to line up a few interesting guests
Yeah.
to have a
Let's
chat
just
with
say there
about
might be a
sport.
third panel. There might be a third panel
There
here.
could very well be.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, we'll get that going sort of late January, early February. We'll see how we go and see who we can line up.
Yeah. We'd love to hear from you as well. Any guests that you would like to appear, and we'll do our best to get them on. I mean,
Yep,
we'll do our best. We know a few people, don't we, Macca? We know a few
we
people.
do, we do.
Pull a few strings.
Yep, even if we can try and get one of the Wrexham owners. How about that as a target?
Man, that could be awesome, wouldn't it, eh?
Yeah.
Get a bit of Rob Mack, I think, as he calls himself these days.
Rob Mack or Ryan R.
All
Let's
right.
see how we go with that one anyway. No
Yep.
promises.
No.
But yeah, we're going to, as Aaron says, line up some interesting people. Maybe not the best in their particular field, but
But the most
we'll
interesting.
most interesting
Yeah.
who can tell us a couple of stories. So
Yeah.
we'll leave you with that to ponder over your Christmas turkey and your plum pudding. Um, have a very Merry Christmas, everybody, and
Yeah.
a happy new 2026. And of course, to Aaron and Sharice and family, all the very best from myself and Michelle. And
Yeah.
just have a nice, relaxing Christmas after let's just say it's been a hectic last few months in the Mahon
It,
household.
it's been eventful. It's been emotional. It's been a lot of things, but 2025 in the rear vision looks a little bit better to me. So 2026, endless possibilities, mate. Looking forward to it. Love your
All right.
work. Love to the
That,
listeners. Merry
that,
Christmas. Happy New Year. Enjoy your favorite sporting team.
and it's a goodbye from me.
And it's a goodbye and a Merry Christmas from that guy.